All right. What's up, everybody? So, routine number 3. I have a decent amount of equipment here today. So, we're actually going to be doing a deadlift and a hip hinge as our main movement today. So, with the warm up activities, a lot of it's going to be geared towards that deadlift. So, challenging thing with the deadlift is we have to make sure that we are not doing squat. We are really good at going through the movement patterns of a squat because we do it all day long. Most people are very bad at doing a hip hinge. So a hip hinge is folding here and going backwards. There are a couple ways uh, to do a deadlift. A lot of different variations. You can do a sumo deadlift. You can do an actual straight leg deadlift. You can do an RDL. You can do a standard deadlift where you let your knees go forward a little bit. Most of the time, I train it as just an RDL, where the shins stay vertical, your knees are soft, so the knees bend a little bit, but they don't go forward or back. They just allow you to sit your hips back a little bit further. Your legs are not straight. So when you're hinging, it's not this. That's going to put a lot of tension through the nerve, a lot of tension through the posterior chain. I let the knees be soft, and I let you hinge this way. So this is an RDL, straight leg, and then a standard deadlift. People are actually picking up from the ground here. I'm going to show you all 3 of those. Okay, I'll show you different variations and different ways to do this. So the first thing that we're going to do to warm up is just a walking Frankenstein. So for this, all it is here trying to warm up those hips and that hamstring, and here. So I'm going to stay put because I'm in a small camera view. But what I want you to do is just kind of walk 20 feet or so. Do opposite arm, opposite leg. Take 1, 2, 3 steps. Opposite arm, opposite 1, 2, 3, and again. Don't try to get as high up as you can. Go to where it feels comfortable. We're just trying to get some mobility, loosen up that posterior chain, loosen up the neural tension and the hamstring. So walking deadlifts is the first one. Then we're going to do a PVC deadlift. So I've actually got a dowel here. Dowels are really nice. If you have a piece of PVC or some sort of dowel, that's ideal. We're going to put it in contact with our head, our upper back, and our pelvis. Feet are going to be hip width apart, a little bit of softness in our knees, and then we're going to hinge forward and back, forward and back. And the dowel stays in contact with our body the entire time. Try not to let it go like this. You're bending your back if you do this, and we're not doing this. We're not squatting. We're hinging forward, looking to the ground. We're going to look from straight ahead to the ground. Our chest is going to be almost parallel. We're going to feel a good pull through our hamstrings and through our hips. If when we're doing this, you feel it in your back, you know you're doing it incorrectly. Next is going to be a wall deadlift. So this is, again, part of our warm-up. We're going to find a flat surface, find a wall. Stand here, hips or feet hip width apart, a little bit of bend in the knees, just soft knees. Touch the wall, touch the wall, touch the wall. And then you're going to slowly step away. And again, and what I do, keeping the core nice and tight, back's going to stay flat, rib cage is down. You do about 3 at each position, and you go until you can't touch the wall anymore. And you're starting to fall back. So that's your limit. Let's step back a little bit more, and then just do 5 more here. So 3 walking out, 5 at wherever your limit is. One thing I like to think about, a cue I use, is pretend you're holding all of your groceries, right? We're all trying to get our groceries in the house at one time, and we got to get the door closed. So what I do is I'll reach back and kind of use your butt to touch that door and kind of close it instead of just kind of running into the door. Most people will give it a little bit of push. That's all you're doing here. It's trying to give a little bit of a push. Okay, so those are our warm-ups. We're gonna do a walking Frankenstein, the PVC or dowel deadlift. Just go through the motion, and a wall deadlift. Our plyometric today is going to be load acceptance. So we're actually going to basically fall off, work on some landing mechanics, fall off this box. So this is the lower box. You can go to a higher box if you'd like. Start on a stair, kind of gradually work your way up. We're going to stand on the box. All I want you to do is fall off, right? We're not jumping down. We're just going to put our foot up and land. Land with our hips our feet shoulder width apart, land into a squat. So it's just like if I threw an egg at you, catch that egg and you cradle it in. Same thing here. We're not landing nice and firm, nice and rough, hitting those knees. We're going to be soft. Try not to make a sound. Okay, so that's our landing mechanics. That's our plyometric for today. After that, we're going to go right into our deadlift. So with the deadlift, we can do a bunch of different things. If you can't get this coordination down, you can hang out against the wall And you can use your dumbbells, you can use a kettlebell, you can use no weight, and just keep working on your deadlift. If you got this down and you're feeling comfortable and you want to load it, there's a lot of things to do. You can use dumbbells, and with the dumbbells, you can hold them by your side or in front. So I'm going to show it to you this way. So if you're here, I go down until I feel a pull my hamstrings and back up, or you can hold them here, pull the hamstrings, back up and down. There's one way, or you can do a kettlebell, and you hold it right down the middle. Biggest thing with the kettlebell is make sure when you're lowering it, you're not lowering it in front of you. This is going to put more tension to your back. You're lowering it straight down to your heels. Straight down to your heels. Okay? This is the start of eventually what can be a kettlebell swing. That's a hamstring exercise, posterior chain exercise. And then we can just pretend this is my barbell. Barbells are out in the gym. I'm doing this thing here in the office. So holding the bar, if you're starting out, what I generally tell people to do is to get your squat rack. You've got the guards in the bottom to help prevent it from hitting the ground. Place the bar high up on those guards, or get some boxes and place the bar on those boxes so that you don't have to go all the way down to the floor to lift the bar up. It's up at a higher spot. You can lift it up, back up. Hands are going to be outside of your thighs, feet about hip width apart, nice little bend, and drag that bar down your shins and back up. When you're doing all of these, the weights need to stay close to your shins, kind of shooting back to your heels. And when you're standing up, you think about pushing that floor away. So don't pull the bar up, don't shrug it. You're going to get here and you're going to push the floor away and stand up and drive those hips forward. So it's down, up, down, up. It's not here. You're going to feel that if you start having some back pain. When you're lifting a bar, as you get heavier and heavier, one thing I like to tell people is before you lift, say this bar is 100 pounds. You need to lift with 99 pounds of force before you start lifting with 100. We don't go from 0 to 100. We go from 0 to 99 pounds of force. You can see my shoulders get pulled back, my lats are engaged. I can feel the grip through the bar. I can feel some tension in my back and my feet, and then you stand up. So try not to go from 0 to 100. Go from 0, building up to 99, and then you're going to pull that 100 pounds. Okay? So those are the 3 different ways that we're going to focus on doing deadlifts. After that, we're going to do our accessory movements. So we have a step back lunge, a step up, our 3-way calf raises again, always got a calf movement, and some bench dips. So easy thing, since I'm sitting here, I'll just do the bench dips. Right here, I'm just holding onto a box. You can use a chair, you can use a box, you can use whatever elevated surface you have. You're just going up and down. Okay, nice and easy. Go down as low as you can control. Keep it comfortable. We're not trying to kill you or burn it out. We're just trying to get some upper body endurance, muscular strength out of that. Okay? Step back lunges. A lot of times I'll hold on to weights. All we're doing, we're going to hold on to weights here. We're going to go up to a high knee position each and every time, and then step back. High knee position, back. This is a position we run in and back. So every single time we're coming up and down, and then we'll switch legs. Same sort of thing for the step up. So if I'm here and I step up, it's driving that knee up and down. Boom, driving that knee. Every single time, okay? And then our 3-way calf raises, just like we've done before. Face forward, toes forward, up and down, toes in, up and down, toes out, up and down.